Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes weekly webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today for our friends at Hunkydory Crafts, I have confetti, luxury foiled acetate, and also acetate frames and borders. So what do these look like? They're this really nice thick acetate. Here are the frames, here are the borders. They come in both gold foil and silver foil. And then the confetti comes in silver, gold, and white. Fantastic. And I used the frames on this one to make this cute little 5x5 card using our brand new 6x6 paper pack, A Novel Idea. This is our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer could win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, you're getting 16 sheets of the frame and borders, and you're getting 2 foiled and 2 silver of each of the 4 different designs, okay? So here's the gold one. And I love the little borders at the bottom. So cute, and they're really easy to cut out just using like a paper trimmer. Another one, I love this one. It's a really sort of a dense tapestry. And then all the little borders. Love this one with the polka dots, the balloons, this sort of geometric abstract, I guess, and then the little swirls around the side here. All right, this one is also gold. It's kind of hard to see under the lights. Got the frame here. And then we're getting to the silver version. Here's the silver in this one. Oops. And the silver here. And finally, the silver in this one. All right, now let's take a look at the confetti. Confetti's a little bit different. You're getting 16, 4 of each, but you're getting gold, silver, holographic, and white. I forgot about the holographic. All right, so here's, whoops, a little piece I need later. Here is the silver confetti. The weight on this is really nice. It's super, super firm. Okay. This one is silver too. I'm like, which one of these is different? Okay. And then here's the gold. You can see the gold in that. Really hard to tell. And then here's the white. Now this is going to be hard to show in the white, so there we go. Isn't that cool? And then, okay, here comes the holographic. You're getting 4 sheets of each. That's why I was confused. All right, so here's the holographic. That is really cool. Very super sparkly on this one. Very diamond-like. Okay, so you're getting gold, silver, holographic, and white, 4 of each. All right, so let's jump back to this giveaway card. So cute, little 5x5. I took one of the frames that had the scallop on it. This is gold. And I took A Novel Idea 6x6 patterned cardstock, and this one is new for us and just such a great seller right now. So I took this sort of burgundy sort of tapestry, covered the card with that, and then I went to this one right here, has this great border on it, so I cut that off about 1 inch wide, and I glued that right next to the fold, and then cut out within the parameters of this frame. Went ahead and cut this out and backed it with this pink floral, okay? And then I'm going to give you some tips on how to glue and attach these acetate pieces. But I just went ahead on this one and I just used my tiny bottle, and I just went around sort of the edges of the scallops because it's a little bit thicker, and then added this cute little picture behind it. So I cut that picture out to the same size as the inside of the frame, glued that down, And when you're trying to get a lot of glue on something to really adhere it, but you don't want it to show through your acetate, I did put some glue right here under this foam tape piece. So you're just sort of hiding it, okay, to make sure it's extra secure. And then back this with the pink paper right here. So this is an all acetate square, and then glued the acetate square with the pink on it to the card front. Then on the inside, I just used strips of paper that I had already used on the card. Here's one of the little borders, and there's just glue on that right under the gold border, and then just foam tape to have an amazing day. All right. So just used our regular Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue just to sort of tack these things down, and have not had a problem with that at all. All right, so the next one I'm going to show you. Oh yeah, and this is our giveaway card for this episode, so stick around to the end. I'm going to tell you how we do our card giveaway. All right, so for this one, you guys, this is a 6.5 by 5-inch card. And for this, I used our 12 by 12. This is Carnation's 12 by 12 pattern cardstock, and I used this beautiful purple Carnation paper, and of course the coordinating solid cardstock. I used the purple on that, covered my card with the purple, and then took that silver frame, okay, if we can see the silver here, took the silver acetate frame and then cut the paper to fit directly behind that. And then I took my glue bottle and I just glued behind this piece right here and this piece right here to attach the paper to the acetate. Glued the paper and the acetate to the card center, and then went around the edges of that using our new, these are silver pearl oval border dazzles, and they're just so cute. There's 3 sizes, large, which is this one, medium and small. I use the large ones around the outside edge, and then I don't know if you can tell, I sort of decorated the silver swirls and things with these purple jewel dazzle stickers, and just added those right there, and using our little jewel picker is really nice to just pick them up and add them just like that. Foam taped the little cutout greeting from the paper pack, and then went ahead and glued, I used a Zot glue dot to attach my bow right here, and this is from our purple ribbon set. So super, super sparkly. All right, so now we're going to take a look at using the confetti. Okay, so let's grab one of these. Here's the holographic one, the confetti one. So cool. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how we're going to be detaching these. So I've kind of got a card that I started to build here. And for my card, this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. I'm using Strawberry Delight 12 by 12 patterned cardstock. Use this really pretty green one with the border on that. And then for my little card focal here, I got the coordinating Strawberry Jam 3D paper tool, using foam tape in between the layers here to give that dimension. You just punch these out. They're all labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just use foam tape. And Debbie and I like to use our giant wheel of foam tape, 150 feet or 50 yards of 1/2 inch wide continuous foam tape. And that just, we use those little bits of those layers just to add there. So that makes it nice and easy to use. So once I went ahead and I cut my green strawberry border paper down slightly smaller than this 5 by 6.5 inch card. There's a little 2.5 inch strip of the red gingham that comes in the paper pack. And then I cut, this is the silver holographic right here. Let me see, there is like a side with this printing on it on one side and then a smooth side. You can use either one, it doesn't matter. And we're going to attach it just like this. All right. And then you can use, so you can either use glue or you can use something like double-sided tape, because we're going to be hiding it, so it doesn't really matter. So we're going to take, in this case, some double-sided tape. I'll use some glue as well. You can find the ends. This is a brand new roll. Here we go. And I'm just going to cut it to the width of this, because we're, like I said, we're hiding this behind something. Come on. There we go. All right, now we're just going to attach this so it's even with the card edges. There we go. And then we've got some foam tape that's already on here. And then you can see like the double stick tape. You can't see that on that heavily patterned paper. So it hides really nicely. You could even put a strip down here and at the top here. It would not show. But I'm giving you sort of options about what to do. So I'm going to put this right there. Okay, super cute. Oops, it's over a little far. There. All right, so now what if you want to use glue? All right, so here's an idea with that. You can just take that glue, put it right there. Just a little line. We're adding that right there. And because this is very densely patterned, it does not show. Totally fine. So let's put it down here. Okay, now this is clear, but you're putting it on something that's densely patterned, so like a lot of pattern on there. Okay, but because it's clear, it will show through a little bit more. So what do we do about that? Oh my goodness, it's going to show. You're going to take one of these little dazzles, and you can just put that right over your glue line. If that's something that's just driving you crazy, then you can just take that and put it right there. And then if you want to be consistent about it, you can always take it, where did I put my dazzles? There we go. And put it at the top as well. And I'm just mixing my metals, little silver, little gold. You could absolutely use, of course, silver and silver. There we go. And we're just going to trim that. All right, so that's how you apply the acetate. You can use either of those techniques with the tape or the glue or a combination of the two. All right, let's try another one. Okay, so this one, oops. I'm going to put this one together with you guys. This is a 5x7 10-fold card, okay? So I used a cutting die on this one, and the tent fold was really important in that. So let me show you what I used here for my paper. I covered my tent fold card using Flit and Flutter 12x12 pattern cardstock. I used this blue one with the butterflies on it, but I used the back side of this one because on the back of it, it's got these little notebook paper, little stripes on it. I wanted something plain on the front. All right, and then on the inside, you guys, I took the top corner of this, which is right here, and I covered the top part of my card. So then, once I had that done, I opened my card up, and because this is 5 inches wide, it will easily fit through my die cutting machine. I have a little circle right here. It comes from our 12 circle and scallops cutting dies. Put that right there. And then I would just like use a little low tack tape to tape that down, run this through my die cutting machine. Okay, the circle's gonna pop out. So you see now my little butterfly right there is showing, and that's gonna be so cute. Also on the inside of this package, we have these little cut aparts. They're little card toppers, and there's 6 of them. And they look like this, but this one has a hole cut in the center of it. So what I did was I took this one with the little hummingbirds and the pink background, and I went ahead and matted it on some light blue cardstock from the Coordinating Solid cardstock, inked the edges of that with some Prussian blue ink, which, sorry, I forgot to grab, and then I went ahead and put the same size circle on there, ran it through my die cutting machine. Then when the little circle was evacuated, oh, got some little surprise pieces in there. I took some of the gold confetti and I glued this to the back, and then added a little greeting right here. This is our new Just For You Dazzle stickers, and they have all these great sayings. They come in white, They come in purple. They come in purple. They come in black, white, silver, brown, and gold in one package. And they say things like, "You are in my heart, just for you, keeping in touch, just because." And they come sort of in a stacked version and in a horizontal version. So I used this just for you right there. Now I have got some foam tape on the back, that giant wheel of foam tape. We're going to take this off. And I should mention, when I was trying to get my circle on here and everything, I knew I wanted these two pieces to align. So I set this down right here, and then that's how I put my circle on there. So then what you're going to do is open this up and then make sure that this circle matches up with this circle. There we go. Just like that. And then on the inside, "You're in my heart." Right here are some of those gold pearl oval border dazzle stickers. I add them at the top, the bottom, and down here. And then this just peeks in right here. I had a little extra space, so I cut one of the flowers out of the paper pack, or the patterned paper that I used. And I'm just going to place that right there. And there you go. You've got a cute little window card with lots of layers, but you're only cutting through two layers at a time. So this one, the top part here, had this piece and the cardstock, and then this one had the blue lined paper and the card. So it was no problem cutting through that. All right, so you can see acetate is really fun to play with. I hope I gave you some fun card ideas to use with it. And we have a fantastic money saver on this collection. It is right there on the right-hand side if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page. If you're watching us over on our YouTube channel, then just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link to this Paper Wishes webisode page where you can see the money saver. All the cards are down below the video, and then below that, all the supplies that we used. And if you want a really detailed list of the supplies we used for each card, just click on the full color photo of each card and you'll get a very detailed supply list. So how we do our card giveaway. Thanks for sticking around for this part. We are promoting our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page at paperwishes.com, we ask that you hop on over to YouTube. You could just search My Paper Wishes. That's the name of our channel there. We ask that you subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and then leave us a comment. And then after about a week, we'll reply, "Congratulations, YouTube username." You got to add your username. Or rather, you have to know your username, because that's how we identify you. If you don't know your username, just go back and check your comment, and it's labeled with your username. And then we give you instructions on how to claim your card. There's also a good idea to hit the notification bell on YouTube at the top right-hand corner so you know when we're announcing winners. We do this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. You would have to participate in each of them separately. And then we also drop 5 or 6 videos a week, so you want to check that out. Thanks again for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.